Here we are, the Smuggler's Moon. It's the gaping maw of Shadaa, swallowing all the cargo and spaceport thugs the galaxy has to offer. Mandalorians, mercenaries, war veterans, and pilots from the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War ended up on Shadaa, from all sides of the conflict. When the last war ended, there was no place left for them to go.
Too many Mandalorians were scattered after the war, without purpose and without direction. Most became little more than raiders.
Shadaa's a rough place and easy to get lost in. Or for someone to get lost. If we wanted to keep out of sight from the Sith for a while, you couldn't pick a better spot. It means glorious jewel in Huttese, but don't let that fool you. It's the central breeding grounds of the Hutts. Shadaa orbits it. Nal Hutta's as slimy as the Hutts. Lots of swamp and bloated gas. It's where those slugs reach out and grab chunks of the galaxy. Trust me. We're not going to go anywhere near the place unless we want to be washing the stink out of our clothes for the next few years.
That bad? I didn't think anything could compel you to bathe.
You spend all day thinking up that joke? Maybe you and Bayodur should start a circus.
I fail to understand the reference, though I doubt your explanation would prove worthwhile.
Anyone flying the Star Lanes has docked on Shadaa at least once. I wouldn't want to live there, and I doubt anyone does by choice. Not everyone who came to Shadaa were soldiers. A lot of worlds were destroyed by the Mandalorians, and the Jedi. Left a lot of people wandering the galaxy. Yeah, some came looking for work running freight and cargo. Still, there's only so many ships to go around and so many workers. So others lend their weapons to the Hutts in the exchange. It's become a prime base for raider recruitment across the galaxy. It won't be easy. There's so much traffic on Shadaa. Finding anyone on the moon's surface is going to be hard. We're going to touch down in the refugee sector. There's a lot more traffic there, and it's harder for people to spot you coming in. Or find you once you arrive. I've plotted a course for the refugee sector, and we should touch down within the hour. Once we're down, we should finally be able to breathe easy. There's no way anyone's gonna find us here.
Perhaps you have heard that the Jedi comes to Shadaa. While he walks upon the Smuggler's Moon, he is not to be harmed. You may watch him, observe his movements, but nothing more. You must, because one Jedi attracts others. It is the way of things.
Mababe want to susintu mukarata. Tu esfrekto natada ber mabar chokto. Torenibu inturata sisi meborokra.
Panisokokran, joka mata storch ban locha. Joana masaranka ma ramazurata. Keso juskrita lorsa. Yumacha fu eko mikojira.
Loka kamaran endoso ranwi no chabi. Tu rantamana sobu. Febko emareyam ga watasitu insula rakarakachata. Tamaso kinchuda wanka. Mopi una wala si chokoratawa.
Request. If Goto's vessel is no longer neutral ground, inform us so that we might initiate assassination protocols and commence firing at once.
Dahupo boteño go yucho picha, Gwentaba ni sochu, Norotoga proto lala shishi, Jubadosa jibacha, Ratakman san, Tokosha na chitolo. Joanna masaranka ma ramazurata, Keso juskrita lorsa, Yumacha fueko mikojira, Kawanabota atagwa kankadiwa, Yutaka alwanji yumalipa, Tues mahawika siu awanta mo guika wansoba, Wakama nurawa.
Observation. Jedi follow the self-destructive path of pacifism and tolerance. They will not attack first.
Honta no saka, jita bedwana maticha, dovere nincha, yonona shitasa chuch. Si machatana, dona we searcha makaran.
Ah, the beautiful stench and decay of desperate living.
This moon, it teems with life. It is difficult to center oneself.
Never have I been to a place so alive with the Force, yet so dead to it. The contrast is like a blade.
Welcome to Nar Shaddaa. Towering buildings kilometers high and miles deep, with canyons so wide you could have a dogfight in them. Word of warning, watch where you step, or you'll fall for hours. Sure, most of the landing pads around here are unclaimed, or should be. They're pretty badly maintained, so they're not safe to land on. Well, I mean, not this one. But they all have the reputation, so we should be all right. I think. Maybe a little, but landing here means we didn't have to transmit our ID signature. You know what trouble that always brings. In fact, while we're here, we should get those signatures changed. Wouldn't make us such a target when we enter a new system. Alright then, let's move out. Where are we headed exactly?
It does not matter where we go. If what we seek is here, we shall come upon it in due time.
Yeah, if you want to stay on the ship and meditate some more, don't let us stop you.
Finding a Jedi, or anyone else touched by the Force here, will be difficult. The mass of people, the rush of their emotions. It makes detection difficult. But this moon does not get any smaller while we wait. This sector is as good as any place to begin our search, so let us begin.
Well, if we're gonna search a moon of a few billion inhabitants for one Jedi that even our own can't sense, might as well start as soon as possible. Alright, if you have any questions, just ask. We should be able to leave the ship here as long as we want. No one supervises these landing pads anymore.
You there!
Uh-oh.
What's with you? Letting that piece of junk sink its struts into my landing pad! Yeah? Well, this is the first I've heard of it. Huts don't do business down there. This is exchange territory. I got a ship that's supposed to dock on this pad any hour now. What am I gonna do?
No, look, you can't keep us trapped in the refugee sector. We can't survive there. You've got us locked in. Thanks for your help. They would have crippled me for sure. Well, they work for the Exchange, for a Quarren named Visquis. He's looking to step up in the Exchange. The only language the Exchange respects is money, so Visquis is trying to increase his profits by using the refugees here in Nar Shaddaa as a cheap labor force. We're only good to him as slaves and merchandise. He wants to keep us in one place, so he can control us. That's always been the way. Well, except lately. The Exchange has been clamping down on the refugee sector hard, and I've no idea why. They've started kidnapping people, hurting others, but there seems to be no reason to it. You don't. He comes to you. If he's got reason to. Either because you can help him out, or because you're making trouble. Either way, it's not a good thing. Whatever your reasons, thanks.
Spare a few credits, friend? All right. I don't know much beyond the refugee sector here, but I can share what I know. This sector's filled with refugees from the Jedi Civil War, and even as far back as the Mandalorian Wars. Refugees and war veterans both, and anyone else who was rendered homeless by the war. The Jedi destroyed planets across the galaxy, and here's where the wreckage ended up. A lot of space lanes cross at Nar Shaddaa, and once here, it's hard to move on. Even fighter pilots from the war can't get work at the docks. The freighter crews are full up. There's no work here and no way out, unless you want to become a hired muscle for the Exchange, or work in a Hutt slave camp. Jedi Master? There aren't any Jedi Masters in the galaxy, let alone on Nar Shaddaa. This place is a cesspit, with the exchange and the Hutts stabbing their claws into everything. But you know, I did hear something about a bounty on Jedi, though. Something the exchange posted. Doesn't matter, though. Aren't any more Jedi around, so no one's going to be collecting that bounty. Not much to say, except it's a high price. You need to find a bounty hunter to get more, and they've been pretty scarce lately. You might have more luck trying to find someone connected to the exchange. And I don't mean some spaceport muscle, I mean someone connected. No idea. Could be one of them crossed the exchange, and they're looking for revenge on all of them. Well, they tend to lay low. To be honest, it's like with bounty hunters. You may need to do something to get their attention. Friend, you did promise some credits in exchange for information. Look, one other thing. It's obvious you're new around here. I can tell it just by looking at you. Nar Shaddaa can be a rough place, and easy to get lost in. If you want, I can keep an ear out for you. Let you know if I hear anything. Life's been better, and every credit can go a long way. Just think it over.
I saw what you did to those exchange thugs, stranger. Can you spare a few credits, maybe help another refugee in need? Thank you, stranger. I won't forget your kindness.
Why did you do such a thing? Such kindnesses will mean nothing. His path is set. Giving him what he has not earned is like pouring sand into his hands. And would that be a kindness? What if by surviving another day he brings a greater darkness upon another? The Force binds all things. The slightest push, the smallest touch, sends echoes throughout life. Even an act of kindness may have more severe repercussions than you know or can see. By giving him something he has not earned, perhaps all you have helped him become is a target. Seeing another elevated often brings the eyes of others who suffer. And perhaps in the end, all you have wrought is more pain. And that is my lesson to you. Be careful of charity and kindness, lest you do more harm with open hands than with a clenched fist. Good. Mind what I have said. Use your power, but in its proper place.
Something up?
And what did he want?
Just answers to some questions. Asked about a Jedi Master of all things.
Really? Interesting.
Geraktada cemense bengar rukutoto unde chuchmamataso benkisha manensitse. Fela dibono ta munikranaktada. Terewana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rento ron kawrekare papanala ranshinga. Derache wemenoto torere senisenten.
Tien, it's Bayador, 12th Engineering Division out of Eodoria. I worked with you in the hangar bays on the Salamoth.
Terewana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rento ron kawrekare papanala ranshinga. Derache wemenoto torere senisenten. Der rento ron to wakare kwe wapgerebu. Nenso telepachan gorsodara nane gra dalonuta cholorien.
Tien, we are already in trouble. In some ways, the war is not yet over, and our enemies seek us even now.
Terewana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rento ron kawrekare papanala ranshinga. Derache wemenoto torere senisenten. Terewana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rento ron kawrekare papanala ranshinga. Derache wemenoto torere senisenten.
Sullistan's hearing's pretty sharp, if you couldn't guess from the lobes.
Geraktada cemense bengar rukutoto unde chuchmamataso benkisha manensitse. Fela dibono ta munikranaktada. Charanana gundoso remina che l'orakto kurakatada. Fioratora pada no ringatel camarada telefibu nubu da bicarana cenirara. Dosentorinteri. Gele resonto cenig rexi contunso des junkaratata.
Big Ears here might know someone who can change the Ebon Hawk's ID signature. Could be useful for avoiding notice.
Terewana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rento ron kawrekare papanala ranshinga. Derache wemenoto torere senisenten. Der rento ron to wakare kwe wapgerebu. Nenso telepachan gorsodara nane gra dalonuta cholorien. Charanana gundoso remina che l'orakto kurakatada. Fioratora pada no ringatel camarada telefibu nubu da bicarana cenirara. Terewana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rento ron kawrekare papanala ranshinga. Derache wemenoto torere senisenten. Wana jun senisenten drawiche kanel commercio telefibu nolot.
Yes, General?
The bounty hunters have been laying low recently, like they're waiting for something. Ugh, the stink here in the refugee sector is worse than the rest of it.
Please, look, I already paid the exchange what I have. Oh, look! Here's the one with your credits. About time. Look, these gentlemen are getting impatient. Are you crazy? That was exchange muscle. When they hear about this, they'll come back a dozen strong and tear you limb from limb. All right. What'd you want to know? Jedi Master? Are you crazy? There aren't any more Jedi running around, let alone Masters. But you're serious, aren't you? All right, well, look. If I were a Jedi, I'd be where I could help people. As for where that happens on Nar Shaddaa, I have no idea. The bounty hunters don't have any one place where they stick around. Best thing I can tell you is if you want to find one, get a bounty on your head and then wait. Are you serious? All right. I must be doing something right for you to come along and bail me out like you did.
Well, I guess the Jedi Code is still alive and well. If you say so, I'm not sure I believe it. There's a lot of people who need help in the galaxy. If we stop to help each one, the Sith are going to be on us faster than anything. Let's just accomplish our mission first, then worry about everyone else. Something up? All right.
Sarda chonilo tabe duana mataka nus dogulupan. Daka prota gocha jarkomati sochpam lorcha. Yota chi sabarinish.
Your thoughts are disturbed. I can feel them from a great distance, like a shiver running through you. It is Nar Shaddaa, the true Nar Shaddaa that you feel around you. It is this moon, with the metal and machines stripped away and the currents of the Force laid bare. I'm surprised you can feel it. I feared the damage to you had deadened you to such perceptions. What you feel is the echo of the minds of these creatures within the Force. Their anger, their greed, their desperation. It is life. One might as well heal the universe, but such manipulation is possible, yes. It requires that one be able to feel the critical point within the fractured mass, and know how to strike it in such a way that the echoes travel to your intended destination. Have you learned nothing? Healing is manipulation, and if you do not realize it yet, then you will discover that an act of healing depends largely on your perspective. Manipulation is done through propelling events, or selected ones, into motion. It is done through teaching, through example, and through conviction. And the greatest of victories are not manipulations at all, but simply awakening others to the truth of what you believe, of hearing it echoed around you in life. But let us be silent. Words and thoughts are distractions. Feel this moment, for as long as it will last. Feel life as it is, with the crude matter stripped away.
Tonos imaragith, wanarakorachi drumka sa inchobin sasha. Tosimana rachata. Tonoranga manakaran, ipo inshawa. Loka kamaran endoso ran we no chabi. Du rantamana sobu. Loka kamaran endoso ran we no chabi. Du rantamana sobu. Febko emareyam ga watasitu insula rakarakachata. Tamaso kinchuda wanka. Mopi una wana si chukoratawa. Tonos imaragith, wanarakorachi drumka sa inchobin sasha. Tosimana rachata.
Graci ubaci kompadwana muska na boska wamba.
Relieva con tosna, mancho carlema con giorre di massa, e frequentasse piedi sembra un giorre crenun.
Nora hagwa buska, yokolo alaubaka.
Hava hinemas temana hisnasta hiha. Charno, kutos, nerema keras, karanara kakera desimani tirala.
Tonoranda manakaran, ipo inshawa. Dawacho simu poendo rakawa ichi rendu momopa ramakawa na abawasi. You kroren man mapusiti nolara. Loka kamaran endoso ranwi no chabi. Du rantamana sobu.
Nishasa ochuto gonkura, tawinti malare. Jurun maba kodu soto, me kogariti jakolo me bomas. Machi tu pacha machalo aba, dona sinto noraki pashakani. Kokparodunga ninisindo shoka, mushka me torundi, juba me mesing, ratzakman prata.
Tonoranda manakaran, ipo inshawa.
Hey, I saw that ship you flew in on. My ship.
Your ship? I'd lay off the spice if I were you. That's our ship, not yours.
Was I talking to you? I tell you, that ship's mine. It's the Ebon Hawk, isn't it? She was stolen from me during a routine run in the Mid-Rim, near the close of the Mandalorian Wars.
What? It's our ship. I mean, your ship, that I fly.
Good to hear you aren't going to challenge it. That makes things a lot easier.
What are you doing? That's gonna trap us here.
I'll be going now. Get used to the solid ground beneath you.
Let me shoot him in the back. No one has to know.
I used to serve in the Mandalorian Wars. Then the Jedi Civil War crushed the Republic.
If you want to find out what's going on, talk to Hussein.
Are you one of Sakwesh's men? Did you take my daughter? Don't you work with Sakwesh? He took my daughter, Adana, to sell to the Hutts. All because I told him I could not pay his tribute. I owe Sakwesh 600 credits. I don't have enough. You would? Oh, thank you. Please, hurry. If he's already delivered her to the Hutts, it will be impossible to find her.
Tawintini jabiasta malavari, iglati tachapoi.
Kaven?
Kawana bota yuntatanga kinamatura. Tayaita tabosananansata.
I was on Telos for a time. Kaven, I thought you had died at Seriko.
Ta come ta playa justing miki gongo beaste. Kun grabi la king no mulara kichi kuta grasa kisha. Dovre kun mwili wosa slima po wanga sawana nucha.
It is a friend I have met along the way.
Ta come ta playa justing miki gongo beaste. Kun grabi la king no mulara kichi kuta grasa kisha. Tong hite mosi jochia yumba litawa e bawa tune ruta. Monsikuno bosh tunarbug sa mina nung forote mitisi mingro agorunto. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita tabosananansata. Ta come ta playa justing miki gongo beaste. Kun grabi la king no mulara kichi kuta grasa kisha. Unta chiwita inka kikraya na chawanga kone.
Greetings. Are you the spacer we were told about? Oh, we were expecting one of the pilots from the docks sometime soon to come and get us off Nar Shaddaa. He's late. I don't know where he is. I hope not, but you may be right. Thank you. To be honest, I don't even know his name. Some guy named Planor? Said he had a pilot friend who would take us for 500 credits. 50 credits? Why? Thank you. I'm beginning to lose hope that we'll ever get out of here.
Hey, you look like a spacer. You work at the docks? Because if you need a crew, I'm your man.
I flew during the Mandalorian Wars, and again during the Jedi Civil War. Yes, and look where I ended up. You need a pilot's license to fly the freighters here. They're tough to get without sponsorship. I'd greatly appreciate that.
Dovrei kun mwili wosa slima po wanga sawana nucha.
Kavanata kalu! Kavanami donki krato.
Ta winti ni ja biasta malawari? Iglati ta chapoi?
Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chi lumalispa.
Da hupa bosa kurata go jujuto yoke. Hiata yamba wajiake yukito tune. Dovrei kun mwili wosa slima po wanga sawana nucha. Dovrei kun mwili wosa slima po wanga sawana nucha. Unta chiwita inka kikraya na chawanga kone. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatora. Tayaita ta bosanan hansata. Da hupa bosa kurata go jujuto yoke. Hiata yamba wajiake yukito tune. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatora. Tayaita ta bosanan hansata.
Something up? All right. Yeah, that's a surprise. Did he say I owed him credits too? I'm as Atten will ever be. And whoever your trusted informant is, he's right. I did show up on Nar Shaddaa during the Jedi Civil War, along with a lot of other refugees. No, because you're asking about it. If I wanted to tell you anything, I would have come and told you. Anything else? Is this an interrogation? If so, you're terrible at it. Especially for an ex-Jedi. Or whatever you are. Why don't you just crawl in my head and try to dig out whatever you're looking for rather than asking about it? You know what? I helped you get off Peragus. If I hadn't been there, you wouldn't have even gotten off the administration level. I'm trying to help you. I don't know why I'm bothering. Yeah, well, I still helped you. Sort of. Maybe you shouldn't look a free Ronto in the mouth before you buy it. You know what? Not once have I asked you about the Mandalorian Wars. Not once. I heard about Duxon. Everyone has. I heard about Serico, and I sure as hell know about Malachor 5. What makes you think you've got the right to interrogate me on anything? You've got plenty of lives to answer for. All you Jedi do. How did you even live with yourself after Malachor? Is that why you went back to the Jedi Council? Hoping they'd kill you? Wasn't it? Maybe you thought they'd forgive you. Sure, you might have thought they'd execute you. But Jedi don't kill, do they? At least not their prisoners. Maybe you were counting on it when you went back in chains. So you got off easy. You were exiled, brushed under the cargo ramp, another dirty little Jedi secret. I'll tell you, all those Jedi at Malachor, they deserved it. Every last one of them. Because Jedi lie, and they manipulate, and every act of charity or kindness they do, you can drag it out squirming into the light and see it for what it is. The galaxy doesn't need Jedi arrogance or Jedi hypocrisy anymore. At least the Sith are honest about what they're killing for. The Jedi are pacifists, except in times of war. They're teachers, except when it comes to telling their students the truth. And when they save you, it's only so you can suffer more. Whatever, just leave me alone. I don't know why I'm wasting my time with you anyway. Well, don't get too attached to me. I don't like it. That depends on your perspective. I have this habit. I'm a deserter. It's what I do. Served in both of them. Against the Mandalorians, before and after Revan, and again, when Revan declared war on the Jedi. I did, up until the Republic officers began to betray their oaths to the Republic and side with Revan, Admiral Kareth, Mon Halan, General Darrett, and all the rest. Right after that final battle at Malachor, I was right there with the rest of the defectors, because it was the right thing to do. No, it wasn't. We needed the Jedi during the Mandalorian Wars, more than anything. The Mandalorians were slaughtering us by the millions. The millions. You were at Serico, when they turned the Starib cities into glass craters. At Duro, when Basilisk war droids rained like meteors onto the orbiting cities. And when the Mandalorians set fire to the Zoxan plains on Ares III, the fires that still burn. Without the Jedi who turned on the Council, without you, the Republic would have lost the war, and we would all be Mandalorian slaves or corpses. If that's what you want to call knowing when to fight and when to kill, then yes. But you can't really break down people into Sith and Jedi and expect everything to make sense. We were loyal to Revan. That was enough. He saved us. After Malachor, after the Mandalorian Wars, that's when the Sith teachings started spreading through the ranks. We knew where our loyalties lay. To the Jedi who came to help us, not the ones who sat back on Dantooine and Coruscant, watching us die. So when those same Jedi who watched us die decided to start fighting us during the Jedi Civil War, we fought back. I fought back. I didn't fight Jedi. I killed them. A lot of them. People say killing Jedi is hard. It's not. You just have to be smart about it. No blasters, no getting close to them, no attacking them directly when you can gun down their allies instead. There's ways of gassing them, drugging them, making them lose control, torturing them. I was really good at it. What's worse is that killing them wasn't the best thing. Making them fall. Making them see our side of it. That was the best. I taught myself techniques. It's hard for Jedi to sense what you're really thinking if you throw up walls of strong emotions and feelings. Lust, impatience, cowardice. Most Jedi awareness doesn't cruise beyond the surface feelings to see what's deeper. And I was good at that, throwing up walls. And my superiors knew it. Sometimes the Jedi on our side wouldn't even realize I was there. Yeah, I had a talent for it. More like instinct. I wasn't the only one. I know you left at the Mandalorian Wars, so you don't know much about what went on behind the scenes in the Jedi Civil War. But Revan understood one thing. The real battle was going to be fought between the Jedi on both sides. That was the only battle that mattered. Whoever had the most, the strongest Jedi were going to win the Civil War. If Revan couldn't convert Jedi, Revan would kill them. So Revan trained elite Sith units into assassination squads, whose duty was to go out and capture enemy Jedi. I was in one of the special units trained to do this. Revan had plans for all Jedi. I think it was important that the Jedi see his side of things, the Sith teachings. Revan wanted to break them, and then have them join him. One day, I decided not to do it anymore, so I left. Ended up on Nar Shaddaa, became someone else. Because you've killed Jedi too. Different circumstances, but you have a bigger body count than I ever did. And I've been with you only a short time. Enough to know that as soon as someone signs on with you, they haven't got long to live. You got history, and anyone who travels with you doesn't. And maybe I want somebody to know who I was in case a story needs to be set straight. Maybe you understand. I think there's been enough lies and truth for today. Let's just leave it for now. All right.